The Arizona desert, a land of scorching sun and whispering sands, a place where legends are born from the dust devils and die under the unforgiving stare of the sun. Here, beneath the sprawling canvas of the Milky Way, stories of lost gold and vengeful spirits are traded around campfires. One story, however, stands out for its enduring grip on the imagination, the tale of the red ghost. They say it's a camel, a phantom from a distant land, a creature of impossible size and crimson hue, shimmering like a mirage under the relentless desert sun. It stalks the canyons and arroyos, leaving behind only a trail of fear and whispered rumors. Some say it's a demon, others a lost soul seeking peace. All agree, however, that the red ghost is a harbinger of change, a symbol of the desert's untamed spirit. The first whispers began with the pioneers, toughened men and women, their dreams as vast as the land they sought to conquer. They spoke of a creature that haunted their waking hours and filled their sleep with nightmares. A creature that moved with unnatural speed, its eyes glowing like hot coals in the darkness. Its hooves, they said, pounded the earth with the weight of 1,000 storms, leaving behind tracks that vanished as quickly as they appeared. Stories spread like wildfire, carried on the wind across the desolate landscape. Tales of vanished prospectors, their claims swallowed by the desert. Of wagon trains, their oxen spooked and scattered, their supplies lost to the unforgiving heat. Fear took root, twisting the shadows and turning every gust of wind into the red ghost's spectral howl. The desert, once a symbol of opportunity, now echoed with the creature's unspoken threat. Not everyone believed in the red ghost. Some dismissed it as folklore, the ramblings of sun-baked minds pushed to the edge by the harsh realities of frontier life. They pointed to the lack of concrete evidence, the shifting narratives that changed with each telling. The desert, they argued, was a land of illusions, where heat and exhaustion could conjure phantoms from the most rational minds. Skeptics argued that the red ghost was nothing more than a collective hallucination, a manifestation of the guilt and fear that came with conquering a land not meant for them. The desert, they said, tested the limits of human endurance, pushing people to the brink of madness. It was easier to blame a mythical creature than to confront the darkness within. Others pointed to more earthly explanations. Feral camels escaped from nearby ranches could easily account for the strange tracks and fleeting sightings. The desert's unique acoustics, they argued, could amplify the sounds of the wind, turning a coyote's howl into the roar of a monstrous beast. Logic and reason, they believed, would eventually dispel the myth of the red ghost. But doubt is a fickle thing. It can be eroded by fear, swept away by the tide of collective belief. And in the Arizona territory, where the line between reality and myth blurred under the relentless sun, the legend of the red ghost continued to thrive. The stories, passed down from generation to generation, became ingrained in the fabric of the land itself. To this day, whispered tales of the creature can still be heard, a reminder that some mysteries are not meant to be solved. The truth, as it often does, lay somewhere between myth and reality. The red ghost, while not the demonic entity whispered about in saloons, was indeed a creature out of place. Its origins could be traced back to a little-known experiment by the U.S. Army in the mid-1800s, an experiment that, like so many others in the relentless march of progress, had unintended consequences. The idea was simple, if a little audacious. Camels, with their legendary resilience and ability to thrive in arid environments, were seen as the perfect solution to the challenges of transportation in the American Southwest. Imported from Egypt and Turkey, these ships of the desert were intended to revolutionize travel and communication across the vast and unforgiving landscape. The experiment, however, was short-lived. The camels, while perfectly adapted to their native deserts, struggled to acclimate to the rocky terrain and unfamiliar flora of the American Southwest. Moreover, the outbreak of the Civil War shifted the nation's priorities, rendering the Camel Corps project obsolete. The animals, no longer deemed necessary, were abandoned, left to fend for themselves in a strange and unforgiving land. The descendants of these abandoned camels, it turned out, were the true red ghosts of Arizona. Their coats, caked in the red dust of the desert, gave them an otherworldly appearance, especially under the cloak of darkness. Their size, combined with their unusual gait and the echoing silence of their movements, further fueled the flames of folklore. To understand the camel's journey, one must first understand the deserts they left behind. The Arabian Desert, a vast expanse stretching across the Arabian Peninsula, is a world away from the deserts of the American Southwest. While both are characterized by extreme temperatures and arid conditions, they differ significantly in their geography, climate, and the life they support. The Arabian Desert, for instance, is primarily a sand desert, dominated by towering sand dunes known as ergs that stretch for hundreds of miles. These dunes, sculpted by the wind into ever-changing forms, create a landscape that is both beautiful and unforgiving. The American Southwest, on the other hand, features a more diverse topography. Rocky plateaus, deep canyons, and scattered mountain ranges break up the monotony of the sandy plains, creating a mosaic of microclimates and habitats. The climate, too, differs significantly. The Arabian Desert is known for its extreme heat and lack of rainfall. Temperatures can soar well above 120 degrees Fahrenheit, 49 degrees Celsius, during the day, and rainfall is scarce and unpredictable. The American Southwest, while still hot and arid, experiences greater temperature fluctuations and more seasonal rainfall. This is due in part to the influence of the Pacific Ocean, which brings occasional winter storms and summer monsoons. These differences in geography and climate have a profound impact on the plants and animals that call these deserts home. The Arabian Desert, with its limited water sources and scorching temperatures, supports a relatively low diversity of life. Plants are adapted to survive long periods of drought, while animals have developed unique strategies for finding water and avoiding the midday heat. Deserts, despite their apparent barrenness, are dynamic environments shaped by both geological forces and the subtle hand of time. Understanding their formation requires a journey back millions of years, to a time when continents shifted and climates changed, sculpting the Earth's surface into the landscapes we see today. The deserts of the American Southwest, for example, owe their existence to a phenomenon known as the rain shadow effect. As moist air from the Pacific Ocean moves eastward, it encounters a series of mountain ranges such as the Sierra Nevada and the Rocky Mountains. Forced to rise and cool, the air releases its moisture as rain or snow on the western slopes of these mountains. By the time the air reaches the eastern side of the mountains, it has lost most of its moisture. The resulting dry air creates a shadow of aridity, leading to the formation of deserts. This process, combined with the forces of erosion and weathering, has shaped the dramatic canyons, mesas, and buttes that characterize the region. The Arabian Desert, on the other hand, formed through a different process known as continental drift. Millions of years ago, the Arabian Peninsula was part of the African continent. As the tectonic plates shifted and diverged, the peninsula drifted northward, creating the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. This separation altered wind patterns and ocean currents, contributing to the region's increasingly arid climate. The formation of deserts is a continuous process, shaped by a complex interplay of geological, climatic, and biological factors. Understanding these processes is crucial not only for appreciating the beauty and diversity of these ecosystems, but also for predicting how they might respond to future environmental changes. Life in the desert is a delicate balancing act, a testament to the resilience and adaptability of nature. Plants and animals, faced with scorching temperatures, limited water sources, and intense solar radiation, have evolved ingenious strategies to survive and thrive in these challenging environments. Consider the cacti, iconic symbols of the American Southwest. Their swollen stems, often pleated or ribbed, serve as water storage tanks, allowing them to endure long periods of drought. Their spines, a modification of leaves, provide shade, reduce water loss, and deter hungry herbivores. Some cacti, like the saguaro, even grow tall and columnar to maximize their exposure to sunlight while minimizing their surface area exposed to the harsh midday sun. Animals, too, exhibit remarkable adaptations. The kangaroo rat, a denizen of North American deserts, can survive its entire life without drinking a single drop of water. It obtains all the moisture it needs from the seeds and plants it consumes, and its kidneys are highly efficient at conserving water. The fennec fox, found in the Sahara Desert, has oversized ears that not only provide acute hearing but also help to dissipate heat. These adaptations are not limited to physical characteristics. Many desert animals are nocturnal, avoiding the scorching daytime temperatures by venturing out to forage for food under the cool cover of darkness. Others, like the desert tortoise, estivate during the hottest and driest months, burrowing underground to escape the heat and conserve energy. The story of the red ghost, a creature displaced and misunderstood, serves as a poignant reminder of the interconnectedness of life on Earth and the profound impact humans have on the natural world. The introduction of camels to the American Southwest, while well-intentioned, had unintended consequences, highlighting the delicate balance of desert ecosystems and the need for careful consideration in our interactions with nature. The arrival of European settlers in the 19th century marked a turning point in the ecological history of the American West. The expansion of railroads, the growth of mining and agriculture, and the introduction of livestock fundamentally altered the landscape and the delicate balance of nature. Overgrazing, habitat destruction, and the introduction of invasive species took a toll on native plants and animals, pushing some to the brink of extinction. The red ghost, a symbol of the desert's resilience and mystery, became entangled in this narrative of ecological change. Its story reminds us that the natural world is not a static backdrop, but a dynamic and interconnected web of life. Every action, however well-intentioned, has the potential to ripple through ecosystems in ways we may not fully comprehend. Today, as we face the growing challenges of climate change and biodiversity loss, the lessons learned from the red ghost are more relevant than ever. It is imperative that we approach our relationship with nature with humility, recognizing that we are not separate from the ecosystems we inhabit, but rather an integral part of their delicate balance. The desert wind, a restless spirit, still whispers tales of the red ghost. It speaks of a time when the land was wild and untamed, a place of both wonder and danger. The echoes of those whispers linger in the canyons, a reminder of the mysteries that still lie hidden beneath the shifting sands. The red ghost, whether a phantom camel or a figment of our collective imagination, continues to captivate our imaginations. It reminds us that the natural world is full of surprises, that there are still stories waiting to be discovered, and that some mysteries are best left unsolved. As the sun sets on the Arizona desert, casting long shadows across the dunes, one can almost imagine the red ghost, a crimson silhouette against the fiery sky, a creature of myth and memory, forever bound to the land it roams. And in its fleeting presence, we catch a glimpse of the wild heart of the desert, a place where legends are born and the boundaries of reality blur in the shimmering heat.